we are going to discuss about left join, right join, inner join, and cross join. So I have a different approach here, like trying to understand all of the joins uh, in reverse. I'm going to test this scenario, all these joins with this scenario where we have identical data in both the tables, and then we are going to perform left join, right join, inner join, and cross join. Okay, and then we are going to perform mm, left join, right join, and cross join using an additional column which will have an unique value to it, and then we will try to understand the difference and the logic behind it. Okay, so let's start. So I already have a database with name use person, and we will need two different tables. So I'm just going to create. So uh, we are going to have these two tables, left table and right table. So let's see, let's run the command, and okay, so we got the table, left table and right table with name and amount, name and amount. Okay, so we have left table, 2 rows, and four rows in right table. Okay, so I'm just going to run this, and let's inspect the results. And in the left table we have 2 rows, which is correct. We have 2 rows, and in the right table we have 4 rows. Okay, so we got the tables, we got the data. So let's start with the, and we can see like everything is there and working perfectly fine. So let's try to perform a join and see, like if we have 2 rows in a left table and 4 rows in right table, so what could be the expected results. Okay, so I'm just going to select all from left table A, left join, right table B on A dot, let's do this on name. Okay, B dot name. Okay, let's run it. And interestingly, we only had like 6 rows in total, but here we got about 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 rows. Interesting. We do the count of all rows and see what's the output. Okay, so we are getting 8 rows in total. So there's something which we have to figure out, like what's really happening and why we are getting 8 rows when we have like 6 rows and we are running a left join and all the data is identical. Okay, so we will come to that later. Let's try to run the right join and see if there are any changes. No, it's same. Try to run an inner join and see. No, again same. And we are left with cross join. So let's see, 8 rows. Okay, so like we know, like inner join returns that have matching values in both tables. So all the rows are identical, and we get confused, like if everything is same in both the tables, so what will be the output, because all the rows are matching. Okay, so it should be returning 6 rows or 1 row or 2 row. Okay, so we have to, like we are going to understand like what's really happening behind the scene. and what's the reason. Okay, so we got our answers like the total result will be the total records will be 8. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to drop this table. Okay, and I'm going to create new schema. Okay, with the query completed, so it shouldn't be giving us any results. Let's try to run the select command. Okay, so it doesn't have any left table. Okay, so it was expected. Now we will need same tables with a new column added to it. So I'm going to add uh, a new column named ID to both the tables, and I'm going to put unique IDs to both of in both the tables and all the rows. Okay, so let's start with so okay, so it should be giving us some results. Okay, so we got our tables name, amount, ID columns in both the tables, and I'm going to comment these because we don't need these anymore. So I'm going to okay, so now we have the tables and now we need them. Okay, and going to insert same number of rows, and for both the tables we did with identical data, but here we have added ID column with ID values which are unique. Okay, so I'm just going to run it. It should give us the results. So we have 2 rows in left table and 4 rows in right table. Okay, so I'm just going to comment this. So we got the tables, we got the data. Now I'm going to perform left join, right join, inner join, cross join, and we will try to understand like what really was happening when we were trying to do a left join on the basis of name column, which has like same values in both the tables for each row. Okay, so first of all, I'm just going to do a left join. Okay, using the ID column. Okay, then we'll be able to understand ID equals to p dot id. Okay, so we are going to perform the left join using ID column. Okay, so I'm going to run it. So as you can see, it's giving us the expected result. Okay, so the definition says left join return all the records from left table and the match record from the right table. So right now we don't have any match on our right table, so it's only giving us all the data from the left table which is there. Okay, and let's say if we put a matching row here, so it should be giving us that row as well. Okay, so I'm going to add a row with ID 14. Okay, and I'm going to perform this. So as you can see here, we got all the 3 rows from all the 3 columns from left table and all the 3 rows, but also we got the matching results from the right table. So it's working perfectly fine. Then why did it didn't work in the similar manner when we tried to do the joins on the basis of a column which has no unique values and all the values were similar in both the tables? Okay, so let's try that. Okay, so instead of id I'm going to just a dot name equals to b dot name. Okay, and we'll see what's the output. Okay, so here's the result. So we got 3 rows in first table and 4 rows in uh, right table. So if we look at the data, you can see the IDs from the left table and the IDs from the right table, but there is a pattern. So if you look at only the rows with ID 12, so you can see it's trying to match all the unique values from left table with the all the unique values from the right table. So as you can see in right table we have 17, 16, 15, 14, 17, 16, 15, 14. Okay, and in left we have 12. So basically it's acting as a join where it's trying to figure out or fetch all the possible combinations. So that was the reason why we got the count as 8 when we had 2 rows in left table and 4 rows in right table, and we were trying to perform the join on the basis of a column which has similar values in both the tables and all the other data were identical as well. So this is the reason where it will try to match all the uh, possible combinations and it will result them in our final output. Okay, so we got an understanding of all the joins and how they works. So I believe it helps because this seems to be easy one, but really confusing when you try to find the solution. So now I'm going to check what will the result of a right join with the ID column. Okay, so it's giving us the correct result because we only have uh, one record matching with the one record from the right table, and all the other rows are getting printed from right table. So it's giving us the correct result. And now move to the inner join. So it should be giving us the common results. Okay, so as you can see the left table had only one record with ID 14, and the right table had only one record with the ID 14. So it's giving us only one results. Okay, so it's working perfectly fine. And now coming to cross join. So one thing about cross join is we don't use any on clause with cross join. So if we have to perform a cross join, it will work without any clause, and it will try to uh, map each row from one table to each row from other table. So it will provide us a Cartesian product. So which will be 3 into 4, which will be about 12 records. So let's run it. So as you can see, um, it's giving us the same results as we got from our left join, right join, inner join, cross join, where we were doing the on clause on column name. So when we try to do a join on the basis of a column which has only same data, it will work as a Cartesian product. It will try to figure out all the possible combinations and it will print them. So I hope that helps to understand the concept of the joins.